Hello, Daily Dose crew, and Happy New Year. Got our regular New Year's video here for you today. And I wanted to give you Psalm 1 today and just kind of reiterate to you the heart behind the Daily Dose ministry. You guys know this, you know what we do, you know why we do it, but I wanted to just reiterate that to you as a New Year's challenge, as a New Year's encouragement to you. I also want to give you a challenge and a recommendation in this video. So we'll start with Psalm 1, a psalm that you're very familiar with. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers, but rather his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. And that's what we want to reiterate to you. I have the Hebrew here in front of me, but I just kind of rattled that off, so we'll go with it. But we just want to reiterate that to you. That our heart is that you would love the Lord more by loving his word in the original languages, by diving deeply into it in the original languages, not so that we can reach some sort of academic echelon or not so that we can reach some sort of knowledge of just head knowledge, but we want you to know and love the God of the Bible who has revealed himself in the original Hebrew and Greek. And so I want you to delight in the law of the Lord this year. And so my challenge to you, at least my first challenge to you, I've got a couple of them here, is to commit not just to reading Hebrew regularly, but to commit to asking the Lord to fill you with joy as you do so. So many people, I think, come to the Hebrew language and just think that it's a burden, and it is, it's tough. But if you ask the Lord to fill you with joy as you encounter his word in the original Hebrew, I think we might be shocked at what that might do for us as we delight in the law of the Lord and then desire to meditate on it day and night. I'm convinced that the things we love and the things we find deep joy in, we will want to do those things regularly. But I think that takes a work of the Holy Spirit in our hearts to want to do Hebrew because it is challenging. And so that's my challenge to you this year, is to commit to asking the Lord each time you open the Hebrew Bible, Lord, give me joy in this. Fill my heart with joy to know you, to see your word, and to dig deeply into the original languages. So that's challenge number one. Challenge number two for this year is to just read consistently. I'm not asking you to read a long time. Maybe you just set the clock for 5 minutes and that's all. And you get through half of a verse. That's fine. If you do that consistently, I think what you'll find over the course of the year is you might even get to 2, 3, 4 verses in those 5 minutes that you're reading. Consistency is key. And so the second thing I would say is commit to consistently reading. So ask the Lord to fill you with joy and read consistently. Those are the two commitments. And I've got 2 recommendations for you here. These come from a friend of mine, Rabbi Eldon Clem, who teaches at Jerusalem University College. He encouraged us to do this. In fact, he required us to do this in a class that I took with him. And what it is read deeply, but secondly, read broadly. And so the deep reading can be, hey, you're asking, what kind of parsing is this? What kind of participle is this? What kind of infinitive is this? And you really dig deeply into one text and you wring it out for all of its theological value. But the other way to read, again, consistently, regularly, but the other way to read is to read broadly. And the way that he had us do this is we would read the weekly Torah portions as part of the synagogue reading. And sometimes those were 3, 4 chapters long, and we would read those multiple times during the week. So we would read broadly. And so maybe that's just a pattern that you can follow. Maybe that's just something that you can kind of put in your tool belt. It's not a prescription, it's not a specific way to do it, but a recommended way. Read deeply, but also read broadly. And when you read broadly, you don't even really have to worry a whole lot about catching every single word. You're reading big swaths, big sections at a time. So be encouraged this year. We really want you to stay consistent in your Hebrew reading because we want you to know and love the Lord. And so commit to reading. Ask the Lord to give you joy while you're doing it. Read deeply on some days, but then other days, read broadly. Get big sections. So the Lord's blessings to you this year. We're here to help you if we can. Please reach out to us, but we want to see you flourish. We want to see you be that blessed man who puts evil away and delights in the law of the Lord. And so blessings to you this year. Happy New Year.